Okay, so what we're going to go through is the Scalp system we developed for walking with dinosaurs, for shots that are cycles like this shot. So you can see we've got the two Albertos here doing a cycle. So we have Atlas tools here, which is a few things that we found useful on the show. There's little scripts and plugins I've written and I've downloaded. There's things here where you can get your targets and your feedback notes. There's a few bits and pieces up here that are all specific to the artist. The main one to look at is Scalp, which you can get to here, or this one up here. What Scalp does is look through this shot and it looks for the dinosaurs and it gives you a list of available cycles. So these guys are both on a stalk cycle. It also checks whether they're using a legitimate variant, which was set over here because they come in as neutral. So if I set both of these to neutral just now and run the tool again, you'll see that it flags an error. So then you can just click on the one that's the problem and it selects it. So you can change it and then it gives you up here the variant and the scale depending on the character. And this is different for each one. And we have the whole list of them here. So this is quite a lot of to get your head around, which is why we put it all together, and then error checks it in the tool. So if I run the tool again, you can now see this one's fixed, but this one needs to be a different variant, and this one needs to be the sister, which is AVB. So we switch her to AVB, and now if we run the tool again, what happens now is you can see they both work. We have tech checks that you can run, checks the different namespaces and sequential errors and things like that. And then basically just hit Scalp cycles, and what it does, it will create two locators that attract to, if I turn locators on, the two locators attract to the position of the cycle, and then wherever the animator decides to put these in the shot, what happens then is this locator's output with all this information. If I go to view published cycle data, you can see here we're in the current shot. Albert 1 has size 0.9 variant ABB. That's when we shift the cycle back so that the cache starts before the first frame. You can see the length of the cycle, what cycle it is, and the other one, the variant and the cycle length there. And I've also built into this shot selector so you can check any other shots up here to see what their cycle data is. And then what happens is that gets published out as a USD, and then that gets pulled into Houdini, and then they can replace this with the pre-CFXed walk cycle. So essentially, we get the CFX for free as we're working, and that is the Scalp tool that we developed for the show.